Hey everyone! Welcome to today's video where I'll show you the top 10 adult mature romance anime. If you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This is ES Anime, and now, let's start the list. At number 10 we have Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. Having slept through all 4 of her alarms, the energetic Narumi Momos finds herself running late for her first day of work at a new office. As she races to catch her train, she makes a promise to herself that none of her coworkers will find out about her dark secret, that she is an otaku and a fujoshi. Her plan goes instantly awry, though, when she runs into Hirotaka Nifuji, an old friend from middle school. Although she tries to keep her secret by inviting him out for drinks after work, her cover is blown when he casually asks her whether or not she will be attending the upcoming summer Comiket. Luckily for her, the only witnesses, Hanako Koyanagi and Taro Kabakura, are otaku as well. Later that night, the pair go out for drinks so that they can catch up after all the years apart. After Narumi complains about her previous boyfriend breaking up with her because he refused to date a fujoshi, Hirotaka suggests that she try dating a fellow otaku, specifically himself. He makes a solemn promise to always be there for her, to support her, and to help her farm for rare drops in Monster Hunter. Blown away by the proposal, Narumi agrees immediately. Thus the two otaku start dating, and their adorably awkward romance begins. At number 9 we have After the Rain. Akira Tachibana, a reserved high school student and former track runner, has not been able to race the same as she used to since she experienced a severe foot injury. And although she is regarded as attractive by her classmates, she is not interested in the boys around school. While working part-time at the Garden Cafe, Akira begins to develop feelings for the manager, a 45-year-old man named Masami Kondo, despite the large age gap. Kondo shows genuine concern and kindness toward the customers of his restaurant, which, while viewed by others as soft or weak, draws Akira to him. Spending time together at the restaurant, they grow closer, which only strengthens her feelings. Weighed down by these uncertain emotions, Akira finally resolves to confess, but what will be the result? At number 8 we have Domestic Girlfriend. In their teenage years, few things can hurt people more than the heartaches that come with unrequited love. Such is the case for Natsuo Fuji, who has found himself entranced by his school's ever-cheerful teacher Hina. Deflated by this unreachable desire, Natsuo humors his friends and attends a mixer. There he meets Rui, a girl whose lack of excitement rivals that of himself. After bonding over their mutual awkwardness, Rui takes Natsuo to her house and asks him to have sex with her, hoping that the experience will stop her friends from treating her like a clueless child. With his hopeless feelings towards Hina still on his mind, Natsuo hesitantly agrees. Equally unfulfilled by their first times, the two decide to part ways as strangers. However, before he even has a chance to process this experience, Natsuo's father drops a major bombshell. He is getting remarried, and his new wife Tsukiko Tachibana is coming over now to meet Natsuo. As if that was not enough of a shock, her daughters, and, in turn, Natsuo's new sisters, are Hina and Rui Tachibana, the woman he's in love with and the girl with whom he shared his first night. Now, Natsuo must come to terms with the feelings he has for his step-siblings as his eyes open to a darker side of love. At number 7 we have Recovery of an MMO Junkie. For the first time since graduating high school, 30-year-old Moriko Morioka is unemployed, and she couldn't be happier. Having quit her long-standing job of over 11 years, Moriko quickly turns to online games to pass her now plentiful free time, reinventing herself as the handsome and dashing male hero, Hayashi, in the MMO Fruits de Mer. With the pesky societal obligations of the real world out of the way, she blissfully dives headfirst into the realm of the game, where she promptly meets the kind and adorable healer Lily. Befriending each other almost instantly, the two become inseparable just as Moriko herself becomes more and more engrossed in her new life as Hayashi. Eventually, Moriko adopts the reclusive lifestyle in its entirety, venturing out from the safety of her apartment only when absolutely necessary. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Moriko, a timid 28-year-old corporate worker named Yuta Sakurai has also logged onto Fruits de Mer from the other side of town. Coincidentally bumping into each other at the convenience store one night, both write off their meeting as no more than just another awkward encounter with a stranger. However, fate has more in store for them than they think. At number 6 we have Snow White with the red hair. Although her name means Snow White, Shirayuki is a cheerful, red-haired girl living in the country of Tanbaran who works diligently as an apothecary at her herbal shop. Her life changes drastically when she is noticed by the silly prince of Tanbaran, Prince Raji, who then tries to force her to become his concubine. Unwilling to give up her freedom, Shirayuki cuts her long red hair and escapes into the forest, where she is rescued from Raji by Zen Wistalia, the second prince of a neighboring country, and his 2 aides. Hoping to repay her debt to the trio someday, Shirayuki sets her sights on pursuing a career as the court herbalist in Zen's country, Clarines. Akagami no Shirayuki Hime depicts Shirayuki's journey toward a new life at the royal palace of Clarines, as well as Zen's endeavor to become a prince worthy of his title. As loyal friendships are forged and deadly enemies formed, Shirayuki and Zen slowly learn to support each other as they walk their own paths. At number 5 we have Guomen Lao Gong Dai Hujia. Lu Jin Yen and Chao and Hao are a newly married couple. Unfortunately, neither of them are willing participants. Now husband and wife, Chao and Hao establishes a few ground rules. No one can know that they are married, their cohabitation is top secret information, and under no circumstances is Lu Jin Yen permitted to touch her. As a result, their marriage remains strictly superficial. Behind their broken union, however, there is a long and complicated history. A chance encounter while seeking shelter from the rain led to the lives of Lu Jin Yen and Chao and Hao getting intertwined. But as fate would have it, the date also marked the moment Chao and Hao's sister fell madly in love with the stoic and mysterious Lu Jin Yen. With emotional stakes flying high, the years leading up to this marriage have been long and complicated, but never boring. And even now, despite their long-standing friendship, the newlyweds are no closer to understanding each other. At number 4 we have Homes of Kyoto. There is an antique shop in Kyoto's Teramachi Sanju shopping district. High school girl Mashiro Aoi unexpectedly runs into Yagashira Kiyotaka, the son of the shop's owner, and ends up working part-time at the shop. Kiyotaka is called the Holmes at Teramachi Sanju, and he and Aoi solve odd cases brought to them by various clients. At number 3 we have Spice and Wolf. Hollow is a powerful wolf deity who is celebrated and revered in the small town of Paslo for blessing the annual harvest. Yet as years go by and the villagers become more self-sufficient, Hollow, who stylizes herself as the wise wolf of Yoitsu, has been reduced to a mere folktale. When a traveling merchant named Kraft Lawrence stops at Paslo, Hollow offers to become his business partner if he eventually takes her to her northern home of Yoitsu. The savvy trader recognizes Hollow's unusual ability to evaluate a person's character and accepts her proposition. Now in the possession of both sharp business skills and a charismatic negotiator, Lawrence inches closer to his goal of opening his own shop. However, as Lawrence travels the countryside with Hollow in search of economic opportunities, he begins to realize that his aspirations are slowly morphing into something unexpected. Based on the popular light novel of the same name, Ukami to Kushinryu, also known as Spice and Wolf, fuses the two polar genres of economics and romance to create an enthralling story abundant with elaborate schemes, sharp humor, and witty dialogue. Ukami to Kushinryu is more than just a story of bartering. It turns into a journey of searching for a lost identity in an ever-changing world. At number 2 we have Scum's Wish. To the outside world, Hanabi Yasuraoka and Mugi Iwaya are the perfect couple. But in reality, they just share the same secret pain. They are both in love with other people they cannot be with. Hanabi has loved her childhood friend and neighbor Narumi Kanai for as long as she can remember, so she is elated to discover that he is her new homeroom teacher. However, Narumi is soon noticed by the music teacher, Akane Minagawa, and a relationship begins to blossom between them, much to Hanabi's dismay. Mugi was tutored by Akane in middle school, and has been in love with her since then. Through a chance meeting in the hallway, he encounters Hanabi. As these two lonely souls spend more time together, they decide to use each other as a substitute for the one they truly love, sharing physical intimacy with one another in order to stave off their loneliness. At number 1 we have Natsuyuki Rendezvous. Ryosuke Hazuki is a young man whose heart has been stolen away, stopping by the local floral shop daily in order to catch a glimpse of the beautiful Raka Shimao, the shop's owner. In hopes of getting close to her, he decides to get a part-time job at the shop, But before he is able to make his move, he runs into a major roadblock. In her apartment dwells a ghost who claims to be Raka's deceased husband. Atsushi Shimao has quietly watched over his widowed wife ever since he passed 3 years ago. However, Hazuki is the first person to ever notice him, and the two quickly find themselves at odds. The jealous Shimao attempts to thwart the suitor's advances and possess his body, while Hazuki simply wants the ghost to pass on for good, allowing Raka to move on from the past and him to be with the one he loves. As both men refuse to let go of their desires, an unusual relationship forms between a troubled woman, an unrelenting ghost, and a stubborn man in love. Well, that's it for the list. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also check out my other videos. Bye.